My father's been sailing from before I was born. I always grew up around the canoe. I never sailed on it, but I always saw this canoe as something that I knew that he had a strong connection to. But as a child growing up, I really didn't understand it. I remember just getting on the canoe and, in the early morning hours, everything is so calm, and I was just under this blanket of stars, and I'd never ever experienced anything like that. All this time I'm steering the canoe and my dad's talking to me, he's talking to me about the stars. And that just one sail, broke down all the walls, and it was like, there is so much around you and there's so much that you can learn from your environment.
It's taken us quite some time to get into this generational shift, and now we're getting into the level where our own children are participating. It was very rewarding for me to have my daughter show great interest in navigation.
She's 15 degrees away from 270.
But I always tell her she's got to demonstrate her own willingness to learn by her own commitment to the learning process.
A learning process that Po navigator Kalapa Babayan is intimately familiar with, one that he went through with his own mentor.
I was challenged to preserve this art. Quite frankly, as a Po navigator, it was really Mao passing on the stewardship of the art. But at the root of this is that you are an educator. You are a person who has to preserve the art, and the way to preserve the art is to share it.
Education specialists are embedded on both Va'a for every leg of the voyage.
And so the education specialist basically helps to maintain that focus on education outreach.
Today's question comes from Kamuela at Koeha'o Church School.
Ke hana nei maua I ka ke kai ho'okolohua e pikema.
As one of these education specialists, Kala is following in her father's footsteps, not only as a navigator, but also as an educator.
Educating and making positive contributions to her community. It's very satisfying for me personally to be involved and to help mentor her. But it's also personally satisfying for me to work with this whole new generation of very young, very engaged, and very promising future leaders.
Him and all the other Po navigators, they're like these, superheroes with these superpowers. How could I ever be at their level?
It is a process as they develop their own leadership skills.
Set, go.
My hope for today's generation is that they can harness our ability and then to elevate it and amplify our level of proficiency at doing good work and carry us into the future.
I want to definitely do the best that I can do at whatever I do. So if it's learning and sharing information, I need to take that to the highest point. So that what I do, I come home and it's not for nothing. It's for something. It's for the continuation of voyaging.
Visit hokuleo.com and oiwi.tv for more in-depth stories, blogs, pictures, and educational resources. Sail along with us and support the worldwide voyage. Aloha.